feeling like a shark in a shrimp tank. Big fish, small pond in the shrimp tank. When it take a swim, only option is to win.
Welcome to the Shrimp Tank post-show wrap-up, and I'm your host, Daniel Goodwin, and my special guests today have been Sania Jamil and my co-host, my esteemed colleague, Dr. John Newbold of the Sam Houston State University College of Business. This was a great show. You're going to want to download a complete replay of Sania's show at houston.shrimptankpodcast.com. Don't forget you'll be able to get her show on iTunes. Sania has a wonderful business that involves 3 different preschool facilities and then also a child learning and development business. And it was a deep dive into her journey as an entrepreneur and the many different facets of running, owning, building, creating, developing, operating a business, a small business. And so we had just a couple of questions. Dr. John, you'd like to go first?
Yeah, thank you. I mean, I think you'll see in the podcast that Sania is a great example of a mission-driven business, and her mission and her purpose really drives everything she does. And I was wondering, Sania, if you would just talk a little bit about that, how you ended up with your idea for the business and how it drives you.
So for me, that is probably the most important thing with business is, does it fulfill your personal mission? Does it fulfill your personal purpose? Because at the end of the day, if it doesn't, you're gonna work so much, but then you're gonna be left feeling empty. I do think purpose and passion are the fuel that takes you to success. And just a little bit about kind of, for me, like, could you repeat like the second part of your question?
Well, just how it gets you through the tougher times when
Right.
when you face challenges.
Right. Well, when you remember why you're doing something, it helps you to kind of see beyond the situation, just beyond, okay, this is what I need to do right now. This is what I need to do. You get so caught up in the day to day, but this will take you really to the next level is, okay, I can see the future. I can see beyond that. And so that's why it's really important. For me, I will never sacrifice my purpose or my mission for anything. I would leave money on the table if I needed to, but I wouldn't sacrifice why I'm doing something. And for me, I'm helping kids. I mean, you can't really mess with that. You don't want to disadvantage kids because of your own personal goals. So for me, that when you're trying to deal with children, it's just so much more important anyway because they're so dependent on us.
I got to say, of all the different shows that we've had and the different guests and entrepreneurs that we've interviewed, you personally show the most passion for your purpose and cause, and it's infectious, and we really enjoyed that. If you're an aspiring entrepreneur and you're listening to the interview, you need to ask yourself, take a gut check and say, do you have the passion for your purpose or cause? And make sure that you do, or maybe you need to look behind around a different avenue for what you're going to pursue. Now, you have these different businesses, Sania, and you somehow manage, although you were candid that, hey, there's been stresses and things along the way, but you manage more than 100 employees through your child learning centers, and you have a culture there. You talked a little bit about a sort of a family environment, delegation. Could you just comment on how you approach that part of your business?
So for balancing all the multiple businesses, especially when you have a brick and mortar small businesses, people are your blood. Without the people, you can't do anything. And if you think otherwise, you're gonna really hit some serious challenges down the line. So for us, it's a really, really big family feel. I mean, first off, it's a family-owned and operated business, and the family is there every time. Everyone knows my mom, my dad, myself, my sisters, my brothers. I mean, it is a very, very family environment to begin with. And then when you can show people that, hey, listen, I actually care about you as a person, I mean, it makes it so much more important, and it helps them to be invested, and it helps them to really take control of your business the way they really should be taking control of it.
I could not agree with you more, and I've heard it said, you build your people and your people will build your business. And one person does very little on their own. You have to be able to develop a team. I also heard that real leaders don't create followers, they create other leaders, and you have to have leaders within your organization to accomplish big things like you have, Sania. So thank you so much for being our guest. It's been a real pleasure having you on the Shrimp Tank. And Sania, how would someone get in contact with you or any of your businesses if they wanted to reach out?
Sure. If you just go to www.bumblebrainbox.com, you can find out more about me, find out more about the box and the magazine. We're all over social media as Bumble Brain, so our contact information is there. Direct message us through any of our social media, email us. Whether you want to talk about the box or the magazine or just business, that's how you can contact us.
She'd be a great person to get in contact with. So thank you so much for being our guest, Dr. John Newbold. Thank you for
been
being
great.
on the Shrimp Tank
Thank you.
again, being our co-host. And we will see you live here next week.
I've been feeling like a shark in a shrimp tank.